Hello, beautiful souls. Sorry, my kettle's just going off in the background. That's not really very professional, is it? It's okay, it's Facebook. Anyway, I just wanted to touch base about an experience that happened with me today, which was really beautiful. Yeah, sorry, no makeup, no hair, none of the stuff done. Just don't care. Because I really want to speak truth without any masks. And what happened this morning was absolutely beautiful, and I was speaking to somebody about this earlier today. I really feel such a big shift in consciousness at the moment, and within the general public, with everybody. Like, I'm in the Matrix in Sydney City, so I get to see, hear, feel, experience a whole lot of that every day, as well as other areas in Sydney. Anyway, and what I've really noticed is this energy, this real shift is going on. Like, it's time. People are ready for all that is happening in this world right now. And everybody's meditating, everybody's upgrading their selves, everybody's upgrading their consciousness, their reality, their environments, and not everything, but things that are giving significant improvements on things. And so I've really noticed this a lot lately, so I wanted to put it out there and say, fuck yeah, like, our world is changing and everybody is shifting, and not everybody, but a lot of people, like everybody that's meant to shift will shift. And I'm really feeling the upgrade, and I've been speaking to a few other conscious leaders about this as well, and they've been saying the same things, that especially in this last week, we've really noticed, like, because we feel things in ourselves, we're quite empathic or clairvoyant or whatever you want to call it, all the things, and really been noticing such big shifts in the energy, like feeling it within our bodies. And I know for me, like, I've been recording a few meditations because my YouTube channel is coming up soon, and wanted to get some beautiful gifts on there for you, just for you. And I've been going to beautiful sacred sites in nature to record them, just to really draw in the energy. And because I channel in certain areas, been just channeling what comes up in that area. And it was amazing for me this morning, because I was doing a beautiful relaxation, just going through the energy points of the body, and then all of a sudden a light language transmission came through. I've never spoken light language before this day. So just really aware, and wanted to just share this because you might be experiencing different energies and feeling different things coming online. Also, you might be feeling like you've been noticing something different, or maybe you're more super aware of what is your body is trying to tell you, like the messages that you were getting maybe 5 years ago or 10 years ago are now really quite strong and clear and obvious, and you're like, well, fuck, I've just got to listen now. Like, it might not be exactly what you want to do, your personality wants to do, what your friends want you to do, but your body or your mind or your spirit, whatever is talking to you at the moment, is really going, hey, you fucking, are you gonna listen yet? Because I know that's what's coming up with me a lot lately. And I was speaking to somebody that was doing some body work on me, and like, I see her weekly, because of all the things. And she was like, oh my gosh, what's going on with you this week? Like, you're so much better this week. Like, last week I was having a really quite rough, like, energy week. And I'm like, I've just got to admit that, like, my body, like, last week and I'm super sensitive to the vibration of food, because my internal organs, I feel everything, right? So whatever I put in really affects my serotonin levels, because obviously 80% of your serotonin, which is your happy drug, is in your gut, in your digestive system, in your gut, right? So because I'm super in tune with my organs, when I put things in that are dead and not alive, like maybe a little bit's okay, but like regularly all the time, like I get that vibration of the food where I just feel flat and dead and just not nice, so it really affects my body. So this week, Sunday, I was like, okay, fuck, I got to get over this, so I just like did a fast, spent the whole day in nature, long meditations, all that sort of stuff, you know, and went to really high energy vortex places to try and record these beautiful meditations. And on the Monday, like, woke up just feeling like, whoa, you know, got a channel straight. Like, I woke up in bed in the morning and just started channeling straight away, writing a note from somewhere to myself. So it was absolutely amazing to experience that. And then just been on fruit these last 2 days. I can't believe it's Tuesday, because to me it feels like it's Friday, because so much has happened this week already. So I just wanted to put it out there. Maybe if you were feeling a lot going on, the energy is really strong right now. The vibration and the call is very strong right now to really listen to the messages that you're getting and acknowledge what you are being told and start to put it into practice. It's not exactly what maybe your personality is wanting to do, but it's definitely what your soul is calling you to do. And when you start doing that, that's when your magical and your gifts start to come online a whole lot more, on your body and your cells and your mind really start to switch on and activate a whole lot more. And you'll notice that all the things, like when you do that, like good things for yourself, so funny, when you do that for yourself, like all such good things really do happen for you. And because what's happening is you're increasing your vibration, you're increasing your, like within each cell, like for example, when somebody's like lacking passion or purpose, they can get depressed, anxious, and everything starts to just not be great. Like you literally see it. Anyway, that's another story for another time. It's because I studied naturopathic nutrition, and you literally see it in people's bowels. It shrivels up and just doesn't flow really well, you know, and that's where all the serotonin is. Everything just gets a little bit stuck and isn't flowing great, right? So when you're putting the good things in and really listening to the messages that you're getting, it might be, no, don't do that, go and go for a walk. No, don't call that person right now, and you don't know why. It's like, well, I need to call them. It's like, yeah, but you don't right now, you know. Just listen to those little subtle messages that your intuition is telling you, because it's right, okay? And once you start to listen to the tiniest of little things, that's actually your flow state. Your intuition is constantly telling you how to be in your flow state. You're like doing things out of obligation regularly, but as soon as you stop and shift a little bit from doing things out of obligation to doing things out of conscious awareness and listening to your intuition, your gut, then that's when the magic really starts to kick in, and that is your flow state. And that the more you practice listening to flow state, the more you realize, well, you don't need to realize anything, the more the universe is like, you bitch are switched on right now. I am going to just give you good juju because you're getting it. You're really, really getting it. You're in flow. And here's another great thing. The synchronicities start to come more regularly and greater as well, because the universe is like, oh man, he's listening to me. So I'm going to just like give you little gifts because you're getting it. Sweetheart, you're getting it. You're getting the messages. You're listening to yourself. I'm so happy for you. Here's another little present just to see that I can hear you. So that is really beautiful, and like that's what life's all about, being in flow. And it's just so amazing when you're in that state and you just like get all these good stuff in. Like that's the week I'm having, but I've had such a lot come in that I honestly cannot believe it's only Tuesday. I was like speaking to somebody today, I'm like, no, it's Thursday. She's like, no, it's Tuesday. I was like, oh my golly gosh. So so much good stuff has already happened this week. So I would love for you to be able to experience a whole lot more of that as well. So yeah. And also be aware, like maybe you were like me last week and you have a whole lot of shit going on. But when you have a whole lot of shit, everybody's like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, don't be sorry. Go, oh my gosh, you're going to have a breakthrough. Because as soon as everything goes, the only way it can go back is back up. So it's actually really good when you're having a lot of stuff just being super challenging as well, because then you have that second to just pivot and change it and go on a whole another angle, a whole other trajectory, that word, and everything can just be like beautiful and back in flow. So if you're in a flow state, fuck yeah. And if you're not, you're just around the corner from one. So it's absolutely perfect wherever you are is flow. You know, you're always in flow. And you'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm never in flow, don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Well, you know what? You're an elemental being and you've got blood flowing throughout every single cell of your body, possibly. So you're always in flow, whether you believe it or not. Just like the ocean has waves of turmoil sometimes, every wave is different and they're all flowing. So everything within you is flowing and is really ignited to fight for your survival at every second of every moment in your life, because all your trillions of cells just want you to survive, and they are your army freaking fighting for you every single day. And they just want to upgrade too, because they want to live way longer than you ever think is possible. So now is a real shift in consciousness to really challenge what you believe is possible, because I mean, not what I believe is possible, because I'm like out there, right? Like what I believe is possible is on another tangent, let's say that. But now is the time to really test what's possible. And when you start listening to your intuition, that's when you get back on your organic timeline and everything starts to get into that flow state, and you get more of these synchronicities coming in. It doesn't mean that you'll always be like going like this. You've got to have the downs and the ups. You just want to be going like that, you know, rather than just flatlining and just being like, meh. Like, you know, you want to feel alive. You want to remember that you're a human and that you're here. You are here for the human experience, which is to feel the highs, the lows, the ebbs, the flows, so that you can have equilibrium, but still with emotions that you're able to detox out of your body, or really sit in and get the full experience of that as well. Everything is perfect. That's the whole point. Everything is perfect. And when you can just get a little bit more, like spend some time, more time in meditation, I'll pop a meditation up as well. There's a few on my Facebook page. The more time you can spend in meditation, just breathing, allowing new neuro pathways in your brain to just ignite or reignite, gets you out of looping cycles. And that's what we want. We want you to just get out of the comfortability of not really being comfortable, because it's just like, don't want anything to go too high, don't want anything to go too low, just want to be like, you know, right, like borderline. It's like, that's not really the human experience. We want to have like these, you know, not like this. We've all, like when you're looping in your brain, you're going like that because it's just going over and over and over again. So we really want to ignite new neuro pathways, and the best way to do that is through breath, and obviously getting as much serotonin to activate. So some really great ways of getting extra serotonin into each day so that you can feel extra amazing is, this is such a random video around so many different things. Anyway, who cares? It's like just whatever's coming up. And because this has come up a lot in the last week, which has been hilarious. Don't eat too late at night. The later you eat, your body will spend the whole night digesting, and then that means that it won't secrete as much serotonin, which means the next day you won't feel as happy. So what you should be doing is eating 3 hours before you go to bed, so that your body's got like ample time to digest as much as possible before you sleep. And then when you're sleeping, you're actually getting more enzymes, happy enzymes during that night's sleep, and then you'll actually wake up clearer, lighter, because your body has been able to not spend the whole night digesting and actually spend the whole night eating away disease in your body, so that you can be healthier. So that's why the next day, when you've had an early night dinner the before, you actually wake up feeling, I feel really good, I feel lighter. What is that? It's how you're supposed to be. We're supposed to eat earlier at night, you know? Another thing that's come up quite a bit lately is a few people have been like, oh my gosh, I just can't sleep. You know, I just can't sleep all the way through the night. I just get up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so when was the last drink that you had before you go to bed? Oh, well, I drink as much as I can before I go to bed. Well, your body is a body. And so if you drink right before bed, you're going to get up to go to the toilet. Like, it's just logical, you know? So the same with eating. Drinking is exactly the same. So try and drink a whole lot earlier as well, so that you don't have to get up in the night to pee. And people are like, oh, well, I'll be dehydrated during the night. Like, your body is fine. Drink enough during the day and your body will be fine. Like, it's designed to sleep all the way through the night. You've just got to use your common sense and really just common sense. Like, if you don't want to get up in the night, then don't drink just before bed. And it's like, yeah, but I want to flush everything through. Well, drink earlier. Like, just look after yourself, because if you can get a full night's sleep as well, then that's beautiful. That you'll go into those deep, deep states of rest where your body will really start to heal itself. And that's what we want. We want your body to be able to do all this healing at night whilst you're sleeping. That's what it's designed for, because then that's when you can prevent disease, and that's when you can avoid getting sick. And that's when you can avoid getting all the other stuff, you know, the cancers, blah, 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 all the stuff, right? And it really is true. Like, I haven't been practicing this all the time, but I practice this most of the time, and haven't been sick in 12 years, you know? So it really does make a big difference. And no, that was going to be really egoic, what I was just going to say then. So I'm just going to leave that and try to forget that. But, yeah, so I really challenge you to start looking after yourself and see what magical gifts can come online for you. And now is the time. Like, now is when we're getting a lot of messages. Now is when a lot of people, it's an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity for you to listen to your highest consciousness, your intuition, whatever you want to call it. Listen to the messages and take them on board. And when you start to do that, you start to develop more trust within yourself, more trust within your messages, and then the messages will come clearer, and they'll really start to even serve you more. And that's when the synchronicities come more online as well. And you're like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. I was totally wanting that. And you're like, how did that even happen? And you're like, is that my magical powers coming online? Well, yes, it is. So don't for a second think that you're not a super magical being, because you fucking are, right? You just got to learn how to do it. And people that are like super clairvoyant or have a lot of gifts that were brought up with people around them that have all these gifts as well have been nurtured from a very young age. So not always, but a lot of people have been nurtured from a really young age, so these gifts are always present. And then you can look at somebody like, oh my gosh, they're so lucky. It's like, yeah, but they might have been nurtured, those gifts, through past generations. So they have had those gifts nurtured for a really long time. So you might not have had that in your family line, but you can start to do that for yourself and start to nurture these gifts for yourself and start to put good things in your environment. And then these things just really start to come online for you. So that was a whole lot of rambling. I hope that maybe from this you can simply, if you want to have better night's sleeps, don't drink water so late. Drink more through the day. 2 to 3 liters is great a day. Don't eat so late at night, and then your body will digest earlier in the night, and then through the night you'll get more serotonin and more happy enzymes come, so the next day you'll feel super amazing. That would be awesome too. And really start to listen to your intuition, because it's there. Like, we all have it, you know. And you could Google things that prevent, so your intuition comes from your pineal gland, right? So there are certain things that calcify the pineal gland, one major one being fluoride water. And everybody's like, oh, fluoride's so good in the water. It's like, oh my gosh, have you not done any research? Fluoride is the byproduct of aluminium. So fluoride is like aluminium waste, which is put in the water. And there's so much research and so much honest stuff from why they started doing this. And if you haven't read up on it, I would highly advise you to read up on it, or DM me. I'd be more than happy to give you a voice message on it, because it's and they've done so many studies on what fluoride actually does. They've done a whole study on beagles, and anyway, it's like a torture changer. It's not actually really good for you. And then all the chlorine and all the stuff, all these things aren't great in the water. You're literally putting them into your body every day. And what is actually happening, besides having an effect on your organs, because chlorine is is like bleach, so you don't want to be putting that in your mouth. You don't even want to be drinking the fume, smelling the fumes. But also it really calcifies the pineal gland, and what that means is it shuts your intuition down. And so when you don't have as much intuition, you become more like a zombie, a slave. So what that means is you're more susceptible to information. So you might be watching TV. This is what people want. They want you to be watching TV all the time. They want you to be feeling less worthy. They want you to feel depressed. They want you to be on medication, all of those sort of things, so that you're super susceptible and you're like a slave to. So anyway, that's another story for another day, because it's definitely a strong, something that I'm into. But look after yourself. Allow your gifts to be strengthened at the moment. Allow your gifts to come online, because you are epic, and I can't wait to see what your medicine is and hear all about these amazing changes that you might be having. Much love.